We are now underneath November, so with that being said, snow is in our not too distant future. Now, all things considered, I do think our snow chances heading into this weekend are somewhat slim, but hey, snow chances nonetheless. So I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the past 30 years of typically when we get our first snowfall and how much we normally get throughout that period. So first things first, according to NOAA, our average first snowfall date typically happens in late November, and well, the numbers kind of back it up, as on average, numbers right around the middle portions to late portions of November, with the earliest being recorded October 29th of 2029, the latest being December 20th of 2012, and on average we get about an inch or so of total snowfall. But as we take a look at our median number, which is what we typically get, or the median amount, right around 0.3 inches. So typically our first snowfall really isn't that big of a deal and doesn't make much of an impact to any of our commuting. However, the one time it really did make a big impact when we had the highest amount of snowfall, December 6, 1994, recording 6.9 inches of total snow. So yeah, that was definitely a day where a lot of commuters had some issues, but heading this weekend, well, we do have some chances for some precipitation and potentially even some snowfall. So kind of want to show you the upper atmospheric conditions of what's going to be driving our snowfall chance, especially this early on. First and foremost, heading into Thursday night and the Friday, a kind of a weak low pressure system will make its way overhead, giving us the opportunity for a few showers and even a few thunderstorms. But as you notice, heading into the weekend, well, we see that really start to dip down heading into Saturday and especially on Sunday, and that'll give us some northwesterly flow, and we'll be drawing from a very cold pocket of air that's going to bring highs from today right around that 60-degree mark, still comfortable tomorrow and Friday with highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s. By the time we get towards the weekend, 48 degrees the high on Saturday, a low of 24, and then Sunday, going to struggle to even break that freezing mark with highs back into those mid-30s. So yeah, we are going to notice a major temperature difference over the course of just a couple days. And of course, with the system, well, that's going to start initially as rainfall for a Saturday afternoon, evening, and then starting overnight. But once we get into late Saturday night into Sunday morning, you may notice, slowly but surely, we may slowly but surely start to transition into some potential snowfall. Now granted, not overly excited for our opportunity, as there's still not a ton of moisture in the atmosphere and it's not going to be especially cold. So that being said, snow accumulations, some models give us maybe half of an inch to an inch, but the caveat on that is, well, it's still going to be relatively warm, as I do think temperatures as it's snowing are likely going to be slightly above freezing, as the snow won't have an opportunity to melt before it reaches the ground. But once it does, well, the ground's been really warm with how much sunshine we've been getting, and of course temperatures as warm as they've been. So while yes, we may see our first snow of the season as we get into this weekend, sticking, not going to be too much, so accumulations is not going to be a concern.